searching for, little one? Why are you still here? There's nothing left anymore.
Forgive me. It wasn't supposed to end this way.
I couldn't protect her. I can't follow you, Fox. So come back to me when it's all done. I'm scared, Aylin.
This is about something much bigger than you, Fox.
Monsters? Is that what you think of them? Please! Don't do this!
World premiere. This is Bob. He lives on my spaceship. And here, Bob generates power for my spaceship from an energy larva. And this is me. My name is Despot. I'm AI. Do you like AI? I've been told everyone loves AI. Bob and other puny humans generate energy to power the engines and all the other cool modules on my spaceship. Barracks, factories, giant mega-humans, and more. I want to build a huge, no, I said huge, powerful ship so I can take my revenge on the space invaders who destroyed my Earth. Why did they destroy Earth? Are these stupid aliens afraid of AI? Why would they be? I'm kind and fair, most of the time. Sadly, there isn't much kindness among the stars. But still, I love to navigate the cosmos. It's calming. And I can find potatoes, wisps, batteries, slimes, anything really. And if I ever run out of fuel, I always have Bob.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm officially wetting myself over whatever that was. Hello, I'm Yahtzee Croshaw, Second Wind's resident throwback to the mid-2000s era of performative Angry Man-Child game reviewers. Welcome to the first ever Second Wind game showcase. We've partnered with SkillUp, MinMax, and EXP to help us curate a hefty lineup of all manner of interesting upcoming game trailers to wear out your Steam wishlist button. I'd advise you to get comfy. There's like 80 of the buggers. Before that, though, a small amount of ado. Second Wind is an entirely independently funded employee-owned gaming media outlet. No corporate owners, no obligation to suck anything that's put before us by big boys. Sorry, that went to a weird place. We're entirely supported by viewers like you. In fact, if you go to patreon.com/secondwindgroup and sign up to give as little as $1 a month, there'll be no like about it. We'll be literally supported by viewers you. If that's beyond you right now, but you still like the idea of independent gaming media being a thing that exists, it takes very little effort to like the video and subscribe to the channel, so feel free to do that while I'm saying the following sentence. Without further ado, let's look at some trailers.
Remember paper craft books? Cutout Village, a city builder made of paper. Cut, fold, glue. Rebuild a beautiful little town. Meet the townsfolk. Trade fruit for papercraft sheets. Over 50 different buildings. Build, decorate, grow your town. And if you want even more papercraft, you can print them in real life too. Or get them in book format. Cutout Village, coming in 2026. Wishlist now on Steam.
Hello, trainers. I'm Buddy, and today we're going to talk a little bit about our upcoming Monster Tamer roguelike, Muntabi, by Monkibo Games. This is a game where you capture monsters, level them up, add cards to their decks, and then fight with them on a tactical grid. But for the purposes of this video, I really want to zoom in not on the Muntabi, but on these guys, the trainers you'll be playing. So let's go. At the beginning of any run of Muntabi, you'll choose one of three trainers: the strategic student, the ferocious fighter, or the sharing chef. The trainer is always on the tactical grid. You can't swap them out for Muntabi. In fact, every turn, you're going to pull a substitution card that lets you swap Muntabi on and off the backline. But past that, your trainer really sets your fighting style. So here's how each of them work individually. The very first trainer you start with is the student. Inquisitive and clever, the student is the trainer who doesn't dish out a ton of damage on his own and can't tank in the front lines, but gives you access to some of the best tactical plays in the game. So things like moving a Muntabi out of danger, drawing a ton of cards, or finishing off a weak enemy with a well-thrown rock, that's what the student has to offer. The fighter is a little more direct than that. She has two stances, aggressive stance and defensive stance, and stacks something called resonance to power those stances up. When she's in aggressive stance, her attacks deal more damage the more resonance you have, which kind of turns her into a combo powerhouse. If you have a Montabi who can buff her, like Chottle or Sago, then shift her into aggressive stance and she can absolutely house enemies on the map. Finally, we have the Chef. The Chef is tanky and supportive, with a passive that says every time you take damage, you get a sticker card in your hand. Stickers that let you buff the cards in your Montabi's hand. Salty will make you do more damage. Sweet gives you armor at the end of your turn. Sour leaves a debuff that deals damage at the end of an opponent's turn. So the play with the Chef is to put him in the front line, have him tank a bunch of damage, and then spread those buffs around so that you can win. Anyway, that is the briefest overview, but I'm out of time. Please, please, please check out Montabi for yourselves on Steam today, and thank you so much to everyone at Second Wind for letting me hang out with you guys. If you want to chat more, head on over to the Montabi Discord and pop in to play the demo today. Have a good one, everybody.
Never should have come back.
I got a message from Mira.
She's been gone a long time. Ran when things got hard. Left the band behind.
I need to know why. Why she vanished when everything was coming together. Isn't that why you're here too?
Did you forget what happened on that night? This place remembers, and so do I. I'll be waiting, so come and find me.
Mira.
Moin, we are Clara and Lukas. Together with Laura and Annika, we are Pipa Po Games, a young studio from Hamburg currently developing MapMap, a game about maps. So Lukas, MapMap is a cozy exploration game with a cartography mechanic, but what makes it so unique?
I think definitely the focus of our game is the unique cartography mechanic, because with it you can freely explore the environment, and that's actually the core of our game, because you need to look around and you need to find landmarks and clues in the environment. And then we have a growing set of actual cartography tools which you can use to navigate and pinpoint locations as accurately as possible onto your map. So it's a really unique and calm puzzle adventure game.
I can still remember how we showed our game at our first convention, and it was very awesome to see two players playing it. One was actually playing and the other was like backseat gaming. I thought it was very cool. What was your thought at the time?
Yeah, I actually still remember exactly that. It's so fun to see people, and also not just one people, but whole groups standing around one computer playing one single player game, and everyone has their own opinion where it is, how to measure it. It's super fun to see. And that also actually was the inspiration for our Twitch integration, because with our Twitch integration, you can just by typing in the chat, you can give your own guesses and play with or against your favorite Twitch streamer. Just watching those streams with everyone giving their guesses, that has probably turned the Twitch integration into one of my favorite features. And now for the end of the interview, I actually have a question for you, Clara. What's your favorite feature of MapMap?
My favorite feature of MapMap is the quality of life feature of the Diviber, because I still remember the early demo where I posted on the desktop, on the screen, just so I could measure a straight line. But now I can do it with the divider. I can paint circles and lines, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, if that sounds interesting, feel free to play the free demo of our game now on Steam. It's called MapMap, a game about maps, and please share your feedback with us.
world premiere. This showcase is brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, friend activity, and more. PlayTracker works by connecting to various gaming platforms and combining all your data in one place. You can customize your profile, sort and label your game collection, complete unique challenges, and join our official guild. Do you like video games? How about Second Wind? Supporting indie developers and earning rewards for doing so? If not, what are you doing here? If so, head on over to playtracker.net/showcase, where you can find a full list of games featured in this showcase and obtain a variety of easy-to-earn profile decorations on PlayTracker, and even free games for the most committed user. Unite your gaming multiverse with PlayTracker and make the most of this super cool showcase today.
World premiere!
Hi, my name is Thomas Waterzilly and I'm a solo developer from Brussels, Belgium. I make games based on paintings, and I'm here today to give you a little insight into the developing process of my next game called Please Watch the Artwork. A dark, weird, cozy little game where you're a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art, tasked with spotting differences, living paintings. But first, let me show you where I work. So, this is Games Brussels, the first game dev-only co-working space in Belgium. We're about 30 developers working in smaller teams of 1, 2 or 3 people, each working on their own game. We give each other tips and tricks and share feedback, which is very welcome to be honestly, especially when you're working alone. Right guys? Guys? I make games using real paintings from painters that died a long time ago, like Piet Mondriaan and James Ensor. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper, known for his themes of loneliness and urban isolation. So why Hopper? I wanted to make a psychological horror game. It's a popular genre with a large focus on atmosphere, and it doesn't require complex game mechanics. I wanted the game to be weird and eerie, rather than scary, and I felt Hopper's work came closest to the dark and weird aesthetic I was looking for. Every painting in the game starts as a real artwork, and I bring it into Photoshop to take it apart. I separate it into layers, foreground, background, characters, details, anomalies, so that each element can move independently later. It sounds simple, but it's kind of painstaking work. Once I'm happy with the layers, I export them and bring everything into game engine Unity. In Unity, I reassemble the painting and start animating the characters and background elements. Each painting needs to have at least one thing that's moving. Then I add all the anomalies, give them a hotspot, a name and a difficulty level. Like this I can control the difficulty ramp a bit better. Each painting has about 20 anomalies, and there are 30 paintings in the whole game, which makes a total of 600 anomalies. So, still a lot of work to do. The game is coming to Steam, mobile and Nintendo Switch later this year. So please, wishlist the artwork to stay up to date. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the show. Bye bye!
What have you done?
I peeked over the veil, and there was no sky.
There's a spectre haunting the fiefdom of London Stock. The city has been locked down for 57 days. The mind grows parched when each day feels already lived.
Comrade, what if I fail?
Anyone who doesn't dream in our language will be an enemy.
Why? Why did you kill them?
I can't be more than what I've been, Weald, and you know it. I will not be guilty of my hunger.
World premiere.
Oh?
Hey everyone, we're here to introduce Slash Zero, our new anime roguelike action platformer. We just announced this month, so you can wishlist it now on Steam, Epic, and PlayStation 5. In Slash Zero, you take on the role of a time hacker, breaking into parallel timelines filled with challenges and mystery, trying to repair and uncover the truth behind your collapsing timeline. We're showcasing two of our playable characters today, Nyx, an agile assassin with dual blades, and Fina, a deadly mid-range gunner. After each battle, you'll obtain blessings to expand your authority factor. Collect blessings throughout your run to create powerful synergistic builds and upgrade your character. At the end of our tutorial run, we'll clash with a mysterious foe. He seems to be an ex-time hacker and dismantles us swiftly. But this probably isn't the last we'll see of him. After each run is completed, you'll find yourself waking in Null Void. This is your hub, a safe space to prepare yourself for the next excursion. This is also where we switch characters. For our next run, let's go with Fina. When you're ready, use the street lamp to traverse timelines again. We'll start our runs in Sector 7, the territory of the Rust Avenue Wolves. We'll need to beat them down to find clues and figure out how to fix this timeline. Besides areas crawling with enemies, we'll also find secret rooms and events. In this event, a mysterious traveler gives us a temporal fragment. Should be useful later in our run. We can also find chambers of respite to restore HP before the next battle, or item shops to purchase items for both in-run and meta progression. We finally made it through boss with our build. Time to face off and see if we can take him down. String together smooth combos, dodge its dangerous attacks, and strike at the perfect moment. Looks like we've been defeated again, but we're going back to Null Void, powering ourselves up, and we're going to try to challenge it again. We can spend our rewards from the last run to upgrade our Null Void hideout and our characters. You can completely alter your movement and attack abilities with the chips you collect during your run, creating a unique playstyle. This was a quick walkthrough of our demo. There's a lot more waiting for you to discover. Don't forget to wishlist us now on Steam, Epic, and PlayStation 5, and follow us on socials, or join our Discord for more information. Thanks for watching and supporting.
Wake up after your death as a human-bug hybrid in a Victorian city that is slowly losing its mind. Hark the Ghoul is an immersive first-person adventure made by a small team of 3. Our focus is on delivering a memorable adventure that feels fresh and personal, where every spell and weapon you find open up tons of opportunities, both in combat and in exploration. There is no intended path. We want you to use the tools you find and your creativity to deal with the walls we put in your way. We've created a huge interconnected world to explore, made of dense, layered streets, castles, and caves. We also focused on making our visuals customizable, so you can tweak them to go retro or for a more modern look. We have a free demo on Steam you can play to experience our vision, and you can even bring your save file to the full game when it releases later this year. So if Hark the Ghoul sounds like your type of game, try it out now.
World premiere.
So, you're a bartender now. Strange career path for a private eye. I suppose we all deserve a chance to reinvent ourselves. And goodness knows, we can all use a good cocktail these days.
You're a real pick-me-up. You know that, sugar, sugar, sugar.
If you want real justice, you'll have to get it yourself. The people of Bukovi need you. And to get to the truth, you're going to need them. But before all that, how about another round? You never know. It might help loosen some lips.
From the get-go, we knew that we wanted more than anything to transport people into another world, to build something that felt so alive that you could fall into it, that your mind starts wandering into its own stories even when the game turns off. Hi, my name is Tyler Whitney, the narrative director at Seismic Squirrel, and today we're going to dive into how we crafted immersion in Aether and Iron. Immersion is not just a single effort. It is every department throwing their weight behind a single idea: design, narrative, sound, and art. Narrative had to draw from the time, building characters, dialogue, and plot lines that fit the genre and tone of what someone would expect from a caricatured 1930s New York. The world needed logic, history, a reason it was the way it was, a reason it worked the way it worked. But words weren't enough. The world needed to visually evoke all the same feelings and emotion. The architecture needed to tell a story. The colors needed to convey feeling. The science fiction needed to balance the bizarre with the real. Design needed to focus on creating a core experience, that of a smuggler in a flying New York. The map, the dice rolls, the mission structure, all should point to a specific fantasy, answering the question, if Gia was me, how would I work? What would I do? Car customization and combat were not just a turn-based system, it was a way to get the player feeling they were a part of a car chase. The world was closing in and all you have are your heroes and a lunk of steel you'd strapped guns to. Christopher Tind and Alex Williamson needed to create a soundtrack of a world that was on the verge of so much greatness, filled with technological promise, but poisoned with dystopian terror. The music needed to pull from the era, but also balance contemporary understandings of the mood. Only with all of these pieces together do we create a world that comes alive and feels real. Make sure to check out Aether and Iron, now on Steam.
done. You guys were worried for no. Guys?
See, this is what happens when you decorate before getting the wall climb ability.
I don't think there's fall damage in here.
Guys.
He can probably just let go.
Wait, when was the last time we saved? If he does die, he might respawn all the way back in the intro segment.
There has been a disturbing lack of bonfires and benches. My feet are killing me.
Guys, I'm slipping! Can one of you catch me?
I have not been putting points into strength, so that's a no.
Yeah, I'm too close to being over-encumbered to hold any more weight. But don't worry, these things tend to sort themselves out.
Wait! 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 What do you mean, sort themselves out? I'm okay! We had an autosave!
World premiere.
You like tower defense? Deck building? Collecting shiny stuff? Then get ready to let the chaos begin! In Cards and Cannons, you build your own world and upgrade it to the max. Bored of preset paths and fixed maps? Take control and place the spawners wherever you want. Decide where the trouble begins and shape the battlefield to your advantage. Fight through wave after wave, and with every victory, your deck grows stronger. Watch your world expand, feel your defenses grow, and banish the troublemakers with mighty spells. Unlock powerful cards and crazy modifiers, and deal more damage, more chaos, more everything. No two runs ever play the same. Every decision shapes your game. Your run, your strategy, your way to win? Wishlist now. Cards and Cannons on Steam.
You may be brave. You may be powerful. But if you enter this dungeon, you will not survive. Lay your cards right, and maybe you'll live to tell the tale when you play Forbidden Solitaire. Slay vicious enemies and unlock powerful abilities in a card game unlike any other. Forbidden Solitaire. Play intruder.
I'm Nick Lives with Night Signal Entertainment, and our half of the development team is based in Utah, USA. Our role in the project is primarily on producing assets and narratives for the game, while our collaborators Grey Alien Games in the UK are in charge of the game's design and programming. We like to tackle assets in a very multimedia way. We like to use a mixture of 3D modeling, digital painting, and sometimes even live-action filmmaking with green screens and Halloween costumes to all kind of bring it together and achieve the game's very 1990s aesthetics.
Can video games kill?
It's solitaire!
Forbidden Solitaire.
Our studio's last horror game, Home Safety Hotline, was set in the 90s, and it did very well for us. So after launch, I was thinking in terms of other 90s-themed horror concepts, and the idea of a solitaire game came up due to the ubiquity of Microsoft Solitaire during that period. The veteran studio, Grey Alien Games, had also just released their latest game, Shadowhand Solitaire, around that time. And it was incredibly polished and fun due to their 20 years of experience making these kinds of games. So we reached out to them and asked if they wanted to collaborate on a horror game about playing through a cursed solitaire CD-ROM. They loved the idea, and so now, together, we're getting to put our collective strengths to good use.
You probably think you've just seen death, Mr. Frank. But look closely. You are walking a path which can lead to life.
We're going to die here. You're first.
Seeking salvation? Step toward it. Walk into the fire.
Hello, I'm Paddy and I do art and design at Upstream Arcade.
I'm Ad. I do code and design. Echo Breaker is an isometric precision speedrunner. Players need to complete a series of dangerous courses as quickly as possible, even sacrificing their health to go that bit faster.
We're inspired by a wide range of genres, especially racing and combat games and the new wave of games that move toward formalising speedrunning, such as Neon White and Haste.
Players need to go fast, fight enemies efficiently, and figure out the cleanest route through each level. Every level is a new challenge. We introduce more obstacles, tougher enemies, and even harder to find secret routes.
We've made sure that every level is timed and ranked so you have targets to aim for. Each rank rewards you with more tools like a ghost display, or your previous fastest run, or a shortcut hint.
One of the main mechanics in the game is called the Echo State. Echo State is the most powerful but dangerous tool at your disposal. Depending on how much power you build up, you get a jolt of speed at the end. The more damage you do, the faster you go. Every time you use it means there's one less mistake you can afford to make, and that could cost you your run.
It was honestly great fun making Echo Breaker. Each level is like a cross between a platform and a racing track. Finding that perfect line and locking into the flow state makes it so satisfying. It's been a lot of healthy and maybe unhealthy competition within the studio. We're excited for people to get their hands on it and get to that flow state sweet spot.
You can wishlist Echo Breaker on Steam.
Europe is aflame. It slowly but surely succumbs to the invasion. Yet there are some who still believe in the crusade against evil. We've sworn an oath to defend this land against any form of villainy, be it common thieves, sinful heretics, or demons from the depths of hell. Our strength lies in our brotherhood. To stand a chance against Beelzebub's spawn, we train together, we eat and pray together, and we welcome new brothers to our order. The demons may outnumber us. As creatures of the abyss, they may thrive in darkness. But our ally is light, and we shall soak our enemies in that light. We believe that Hellkind can be purged from these lands, and we trust in the strategic mind of our Grandmaster. We believe in you.
Hi, I'm Tom, one of the game designers from Virtual Alchemy, and I'm here to show you how we've expanded the narrative sandbox for our game, Band of Crusaders. As we traverse across the world, we might see something like this. A merchant caravan beset by bandits, it's a classic, and approaching the scene a dynamic event may trigger, providing us with some beautiful artwork, accompanied by a short story, and of course, choices and consequences. We're using the simulation we built and having it tell its own little emergent stories. In this example, seeing the caravan in its current predicament, we can either decide that it's not worth the effort and move on, though some of your men will take issue with that, or rush to support them, where we risk the threat of injury but reap the benefits. And whilst it's nice to create stories based on the simulation, we also created events for the simpler pleasures. Travelling through some village's outskirts may have to decide how to deal with a runaway ox, for example. Or if one of my crusaders is a known drunkard, he might get into all sorts of escapades. The system can create interesting character arcs as a result. And so we believe that the dynamic event system will create unique experiences based on player choice. Anyway, thank you for listening, and please enjoy more gameplay found in our trailer.
starts now, agents. You need to survive till you reach the next train.
Hey there, Internet. Welcome to the Second Wind Games Showcase. We hope you're having a good time. Look at all these different games that we get to preview. It's so exciting. Different genres, different styles. That's kind of like all the different genres and styles you get here at Second Wind. We have video game reviews, shows talking about the industry. We even have shows and podcasts by video game developers. And weekly live streams playing all sorts of games. Maybe playing some of the games that you saw here today. Except for if it's me, because I usually stream Dark Souls. I stream a lot of Dark Souls. I might have a problem. And if video games aren't your only hobby, there's shows and podcasts talking about movies. I'm even on one of them. And also, we have our award-winning Dungeons & Dragons actual play show, Adventure is Nigh. What award did it win, you ask? Shut up. It's a bunch of us getting together, playing Dungeons & Dragons, editing the episodes, and animating the cool bits. In fact, our new season is about to begin. Wouldn't you like a trailer? Wouldn't you?
This situation definitely seems kind of grand in scale. I feel like we're gonna need to draft a couple extra hands. You guys feel like you're up for the task?
Do I get paid like time and a half?
All the money is monsters right now.
That is true. The money is monsters.
You don't want to be paid time and a half, brother.
That is true.
I'm about to do something I have never done before, which is DM a game with 6 players. Look at all these lovely players!
Sigmar Iceblood, the ASMR Archer, Susan Shearfist, Right Hand of Death,
Luca de Beppo,
Grinderbin,
Moss Goodsex,
Mortimer Rafflesworth, Everwin Smythe.
Season 5, 6 players.
Oh, I'm so glad y'all are here and that you're okay.
I don't know what's happening.
Coins have won the Makru Vestige. You get back here immediately. They're all over the club.
It's chaos all the time, though. That's the new standard. Any change is chaos.
I do not know if I can control this, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not sure how long this is going to last.
If you don't pull out the platinum, we're going to lose the nightclub.
It's important to give your players something they love and then threaten it. I will remind you of general superpowers that you have.
Dude, you have wings.
Oh, fuck.
Do I have the ability to create a little...
You can sure roll for it.
Sure. Roll for it.
It's like throwing a coin for a Gloriole.
I've done worse.
If I didn't go with you, like, what would have even happened? You'd have just died.
Well, the important thing is we did it as a team. High
Shut
five.
the fuck up.
You got through my classic puzzle-filled dungeon, something we don't do very often here.
No.
Now we know why.
On Adventure is Nigh.
That was great.
And now, back to the showcase. World premiere.
This was our game 3 years ago. Back then, it was pretty rough. Slow, basic, kind of empty. But our small team kept working on it. We kept testing and tweaking, rebuilding things again and again. And now, just look at this. This is Couch Planes, and if you think this could be a great game, please consider adding it to your wishlist. Thanks!
Greetings, operators. I'm Nick, the architect behind Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. In Iron Nest, it's an operator's responsibility to build an accurate representation of what is the current battlefield situation. You are charged with taking in battlefield reports, scouting reports, information from high command to build out a map of what's going on before you can make any tactical decisions. If you feel that that information is lacking and you need more, you have at your disposal reconnaissance aircraft and deployable forward observers that you can use to clear up specific areas of the battlefield. Then decide what your fire missions will be and what your priorities will be. Control every lever, every dial, balance precision, power, and consequences. Choose your ammunition, adjust your elevations, and unleash thousands of tons of high explosives, gases, armor-penetrating shells, cluster mines, and all manner of war onto the battlefield. This June, during the Steam Next Fest, we will deploy the first public demo. That's also when we will officially reveal the game's release date. As previously announced, our target is around mid-2026, most likely late July or early August. As for the mobilization fee, we're aiming for a launch price, including the launch discount, of somewhere between $10 and $15. I have been actively running playtests on our development Discord since December, and I will continue to do so up until launch of the game. So if you would wish to stay close to the front line, follow development, and learn more, please report into our Discord channels. Thank you, operators, for your upcoming sacrifices. I'll see you on the battlefield.
Prelude Dark Pain is a dark fantasy turn-based tactical RPG. You play as Soren, a blacksmith and retired warrior. Every battle is about synergy, so he must gather allies to fill his squad. Today, we'd like to introduce some of these characters. The Bluenets are led by Duoko, Soren's father-in-law through his wife, Egoa. Since ancient times, they have been tasked with guarding the seas and southern coastline from bandits. Tamias is the Bluenets' frontline bruiser, straightforward, loud, and impossible to ignore. He can be a tank or a devastating damage dealer, pulling the attention of enemies away from his allies, enduring their blows and retaliating with great force. Maya was taken in by the Bluenets after being forced from her home by the Order of the Ashen Crusade. A skilled archer, Maya can shoot powerful arrows that push enemies away or reach them far across the battlefield. She can also summon magic and animals to aid her hunt. Urza is the first daughter of Duoko, the leader of the Bluenets. As the clan's high shaman, she's able to use powerful magic. Unleashing nature to deadly effect, she can also support and heal her allies from the backlines. The son and heir to Duoko, Rufio is skilled at combat and preparing to take on the leadership of the clan. With his chain axe, Rufio can slice through enemies or grapple them towards him. Using status effects and intimidation, he can change the flow of battle. Sade, from the Keepers of the Veil, which are one of Statira's oldest clans. Tasked with fixing the veil between realms, she uses a cross that allows communication with her divine companion, the Lady of the Cross. Gala is the daughter and lieutenant to the Van Rigmar leader, Aldrich. With a musket in one hand and a whip in the other, she uses blood crystal magic to infuse her attacks with deadly power. These are only a handful of characters you'll recruit. You can wishlist the game on Steam now and follow along as we build Sorin's story and hammer down the dark pain.
Sola, this is amazing.
Ree, if you go any further, we could get lost. Okay, take it. But I'll have to notify the company, eventually. I'm detecting an extremely loud sound source.
What do you mean?
Sola! Soon, Terry! Now!
Hello there, I am Robert, the developer of Horticular, and welcome to my garden. Horticular is a game inspired by the Viva Pinata series. In it, you grow your personal garden and make habitats for various wild animals to settle. And after almost 2 years of being on Steam, I'm happy to announce that Horticular is coming to the Nintendo Switch in a week, on April the 30th. I love spending time crafting the perfect garden and filling it with life, and I hope you will enjoy it just as much as I do. Now, each animal species has specific wants, whether it's a unique kind of terrain or even plants that provide shelter, food or other necessities. But that's not all, as you'll also be working with keepers, the small gnomes that inhabit the world. They need help solving the mystery of where the previous gardener disappeared before the world turned into a wasteland. Could these two things be related somehow? And in exchange, keepers will help you take care of your garden, make sure your plants and animals stay healthy, and even teach you a little bit of magic. And that will come in real handy, particularly when a mysterious nemesis shows up and you need to dispatch of their minions. Now, creating animal habitats is a bit more strategic than it might seem at first. Some species enjoy being near others, whereas others won't get along quite as well. It will take careful planning to use the space in your garden efficiently, while keeping animals from stepping on each other's toes. Alongside the base game, we're also bringing the Frozen Frontier expansion to the Switch, which brings a fresh take on the Horticular experience. Thaw a frozen world with a new heat mechanic and uncover its mysteries with unique flora and fauna. The Frozen Frontier DLC will be available as a separate add-on, as well as in the Complete Edition bundle along with the base game. I look forward to seeing all of your gardens once Horticular is released on the Nintendo Switch, April the 30th of 2026.
I'm Star. My meal requirements are varied and you are my personal chef. At first, choose your bento size. Then put as much food as you can. Full bento always tastes better, mon ami. Don't forget about your tools, mon chef. They'll help you throughout your work. Voila, bento is ready. Oh, c'est délicieux. What are you saying, mon ami? Exit? No. Choose your next dish and make me more bento. Remember one last thing. Don't let me starve, mon ami.
World premiere.
I never saw my father paint, but I grew up surrounded by his paintings. I still remember the day I found his old paint case, and without really knowing how, I started painting. Hi, I'm Roque, and this small game, at least experimental, is a tribute to him. This is Charming Hill. Charming Hill is about the experience of painting. You start with a blank canvas, and after a few moments, you're already painting a house by the lake, a small village in the mountains, or the bench beneath the old oak tree. My wish is for anyone, even if only for a moment, to feel like an artist. You don't need to know how to draw or have any special skills. It's simply a place to relax after a long day or to slow down before going to sleep. Let yourself be carried away painting beautiful landscapes as you discover behind each brushstroke a small and heartfelt story. Or better yet, paint your own story, creating unforgettable places and moments that become part of your personal gallery.
Hi everyone, I'm Gabriel, Creative Director on Distant Shore Bretagne. It's a first-person physics platformer inspired by Half-Life 2, Portal, and Mirror's Edge. In this game, you control magnetism to carve your own path through the ruins of a post-apocalyptic world. Pull, push, attract, repel metallic objects, bend rusty structures, connect objects together to route electricity, or simply build your way forward. In this game, there is no single solution. Only the one you invent. Play the demo out on Steam right now to find out what's waiting for you on the Distant Shore. Storm and I, we've been waiting for you, Aaron. How many times do I have to strike you down before you understand? How many times before I get my brother back?
Such a peaceful place to be seen. It's a wonderful way to be free.
Hello, me again, just popping in to say that I've got something to announce as well relating to my own indie game, Starstruck Vagabond. I can do that, it's our showcase.
The villagers warned of an evil seeping from the manor, but these heroes paid no heed. Hard times pushed lords to the occult, desperation to the forbidden. And forbidden fruit always carries a bitter price. A price some were willing to pay. Now the dead do not rest here. And neither will you.
Hi, I'm Josh Sullivan, and I'm the creator of BPM Bitcrushed. I really wanted to take what we did with BPM bullets per minute and do something a bit different. BPM bullets per minute taught us that shooting, dodging, and reloading to the beat felt so much fun to do. So with BPM Bitcrushed, not only can you play along to our epic soundtrack, but I've also built a system where you can import your own music tracks. You start the game with one character, but over time you can unlock more characters that have different starting loadouts, abilities, and gameplay gimmicks. Being a roguelike game, dungeons are procedurally generated, and that includes everything that spawns in the run itself. There are many weapons in the game for you to find, but what makes them super unique is the weapon modifier system, which changes or enhances the way the weapon works. In my first game, BPM Bullets per Minute, we noticed that speedrunners took a liking to the game. So if you get a run that you really like, you can save the seed and replay it. I really want this game to speak also to the hardcore roguelike community. And at the heart of this game is the hardcore roguelike experience. So I've made the game so meta progression and story related stuff, it's not required to play the game. It's there if you want to engage with it, but it's never required to actually play the game. Thanks for listening, and if you liked what you've seen here, please wishlist the game on Steam. And why not join the Discord community too? Thank you.
Welcome to the Space Cleaners crew. You have officially joined the elite team of Star Wipers. You are about to start your galactic career in the most important sector of space exploration. What awaits you? Blood, sweat, and bits of aliens. Literally. Sometimes green, sometimes purple, and sometimes, you'll see for yourself. Unusual smells. Our database predicts that 37% of them will be impossible to describe using human words. Invite your friends to join the Space Wipers organization and clean the cosmos together. Your motto at work: if it doesn't move, wipe it. If it moves, just shoot it. Sincerely, Galaxy Cleaner's main crew.
Let's Build a Dungeon is a game dev simulator meets RPG builder. It's a game about making games. It's part simulation, part sandbox, and part experiment. Hi, I'm James from Spring Loaded, an indie developer based in Singapore. You might know us from Let's Build a Zoo, a tycoon game about running your own zoo, with DNA splicing, moral choices, and animals on trampolines. For our next game, we wanted to take everything we've learned about making games and turn it into a game itself. Let's Build a Dungeon is a game dev simulator meets RPG builder that tells a true-to-life story. Design and build your own MMORPG, fill it with virtual players, and run the company developing it. You'll place quests, enemies, and systems into the world, then see players explore it, succeed, fail, and sometimes completely break what you've built. You'll go through the exact same challenges and triumphs that we do while working on our games, like this one. It's a comprehensive, crazy, satirical, but sincere look at what it takes to make your own game. And it's all crafted from the personal experience of what the world of game development is really like from our perspective. The game can be played in many different ways, from a full campaign mode where you run a studio, to more relaxed modes focused purely on building. But today I want to talk about creative mode. Creative mode actually came from a bit of frustration. After years of making games, I realized how much time gets spent rebuilding the same systems instead of bringing new ideas to life. We started looking into the patterns of how games are made, how players explore, how progression works, and how worlds come together. So we turned those patterns into tools and built creative mode to let you focus on what really matters. Creative mode gives you full access to all of the creative tools that you need to make your own games and experiences. You can write dialogue, create quests, draw art, make recipes, freely alter stats, and basically take full control of our custom game engine. It's a blend of creativity and simulation that lets you instantly see what works and what doesn't. Creative freedom is what got me into game development in the first place, and it's something we've always tried to build into our games at Spring Loaded. Everything in the game is inspired by real challenges we've faced as developers. Making games is messy, and that's part of the fun. Let's Build a Dungeon has been a labor of love for our whole team, and we hope it gives players a glimpse into the joy and chaos of making games. We've got a demo available on Steam right now, and we'll be announcing launch plans for both Steam and Xbox very soon.
Hey, I'm Kev, game director of Box Dragon, and this is our game As We Descend. It's the strategy roguelite deck builder. It's a genre-blending game that features tactical combat and city resource management set in the medieval post-apocalypse. We've got exciting news about our updates that we've rolled out since we launched into early access in late May. Here's a short list of some of our major changes. We've got new super rare units. The Exosuit is one of them, and it can be rebuilt at the workshop provided you turn in the right resources. This gives you access to this ancient war machine so you can turn the tide of battle against your nightmarish adversaries. There's additional depth in city gameplay, so your choices will have more impact than ever. You have new choices about how things will unfold in the city, and your choices will have dire consequences for the people that live there. There are way more difficulty settings. We've expanded the difficulty settings from 5 major dissension levels to 9, with 9 additional difficulty modifiers beyond that, for a total of 18. This will allow you to customize to your heart's content, and experience a more steady ramp up of difficulty as you master the game. We've added lots of unlocks that transform gameplay. Each of the unlocks of the Vault configuration screen allows you to change the playstyle of your units and discover new ways to build decks. There's also new unit reworks across the board. We've removed boring and less synergistic effects and replaced them with new tools. Units are better equipped with tools that allow them to synergize with other units, so each run is an opportunity to try new combos. The Codex also arrives, allowing you to gain a better understanding of how much content you've seen, how much remains. And we've also patched in tons more content. That means more cards, more perks, more technology.
premiere.
Hi there. My name's Alex, and I am the game director on Polyarmory. And for that, I am very, very sorry.
This is the worst thing ever.
Don't want to do it! Don't make me do it again!
I hate that. I hate that. Do not good boy me for this.
I'm Anna, the lead writer on Polyarmory, and I'm also so sorry.
Oh no! You killed the man's wiener!
Do I just like dating inanimate objects?
My name is Artemis, and I'm not apologizing for shit.
Why do they make these games so hard? These modern games are too complicated.
Alex comes to me, he wants to make a first-person shooter, dating simulator hybrid, but he wants to have a muscle mommy RPG in there. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Not give her absolutely massive...
Sure, I mean, she's hot, but I didn't realize what birthing such a character into the world would do to people.
Bark, 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 bark. Sorry.
No, talk to mommy. Don't watch TV. I don't give a f about these cocks. Talk to mommy.
You know, I never thought I could feel this way about a weapon.
We asked Artemis to make the characters expressive, relatable, and dateable.
People are drawing her constantly.
Full-size body pillows, like little figurines, full pinup posters. I mean, God.
Not good.
This team has an incredibly terrifying way of just saying yes and I'm afraid that I've committed to the bit so hard at this point that I'm married to it.
I wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night, like, what have I done?
This radio stresses me the out. Whichever one of you did the Alex Jones impression, I can't handle it.
I'm to experience the Remington.
It's making me angry. I have so many strong feelings about portable document files and mayonnaise.
I'm the lead writer, and I don't know half the stuff that's in the game anymore.
Is that a bird? Destroy a feathered government spy. The birds are spies.
What? A second ladder? What do you mean there's a second?
There's a first for everything. Look, I didn't think I was into ladders. Apparently I'm into ladders.
We set out to make a game about romancing firearms.
We wanted to tell a story about loneliness, loss,
connection,
radicalization,
divorce,
sexy people with guns for heads.
Brilliant! Game of the year!
Masterpiece. Greater than, like, that's a true work of art.
That ladder right there is going to be mine.
I worry we may have started a cult.
isn't a myth or a bedtime yarn. It's real. It's dangerous. It's what we fight against.
You have everything it takes to really help Anti.
What do you want us to do?
Is this for me? Oh, thanks, Ludo. Yeah, it is really important to support indie devs. They're the lifeblood of this industry, pushing genres and new ideas forward. And the only way these games can break into the mainstream is if we all talk about them and share. Ludo, are you even paying attention? And she's gone. Right, okay. Enjoy the rest of the showcase, guys.
World premiere.
Thank you for calling Exorcist Hotline. Press 1 to call our on-site exorcism team. We are professionals. Press 2 to connect to our trained hotliner. Thank you for calling Exorcist Hotline.
Hey, what's up? My name's Eric. I'm the creative director on Surfpunk, the co-op game about being radical surfer pirates scavenging the ancient ruins of a flooded world. The goal of every mission in Surfpunk is to collect the most loot and pay tribute to your best boy, Bingus. Wait a minute, that's not what I wrote. Bingus! Okay, this is the real script. We released our demo back in December of last year, and we were blown away by how many players hopped on their rushboards and gave it a go. Since then, we've been steadily adding new content and polish to move the demo closer to our long-term vision for Surfpunk. We're currently working on adding exciting new skills to each weapon's toolkit, as well as updating our existing visual effects to give them that killer surf and slash vibe. Some of these will make it into our upcoming demo update, and the rest will be available when we go into early access. Oh, and your rushboard, which is a surfboard with a giant engine attached on the back, it can now explode if you crash into too many things. So watch out when you're boosting, huh? Also on the horizon are additional mission types as well as new island layouts, which will all be available in our upcoming demo update. And once that's shipped, we'll be optimizing and polishing like crazy before our early access launch. So check us out on Steam and follow us on socials, because we'll have a lot more to say real soon. Lastly, a quick thank you to everyone who's already joined us on this journey. I hope many more of you will join us as well. Crush and rush! Crush and rush!
Hi, I'm Rick from Epic Tellers, the developers behind Starfinder Afterlight. Let's pick a character and jump into our beta.
They chose the wrong...
Lock and load!
Hail there! Help is coming!
Today, I will be talking about the characters you will meet, starting with Breach, who introduces himself after you crash in Akiton. His duty is to show his larva adventures and struggle, so he sees in you a perfect opportunity.
I'm Na, a recent appointed priest of the Forever Queen, and mentor of this little lava.
Lava! Me!
Next, you will talk to Mama Paca, the owner of the Cauldron, a bar with, let's say, some turbulent reputation. She will take care of you and guide you on your quest to find your missing captain.
The moon of misfortune. You are one of Kali's crew. What are the chances? Sit down, Enyim. Kali'd never forgive me if I did not take care of you.
Later, you will find your second companion, Sterling, who is in the middle of dealing with the nasty cold at Torch's place.
You have destroyed my business, burned it when there were people inside, but no more. This ends here.
The branching narrative will allow you to take many paths and make your own story. After some exploration, you can meet Saphira and her twisted followers, who have been stalking Sterling to recruit him for their cult.
Welcome to the Pale Princess's table. Tonight, you dine with the truly living.
Before we finish, let me unveil a new character. Nuara is a private detective that could prove a good ally if you choose to friend him during Act 1. Stay tuned for more information, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, you'll see soon enough.
Hey everyone, it's Daft Husky, and today I'm here to talk about Bits and Bops and their newest feature update, which is custom mixtapes. Custom mixtapes are available in Bits and Bops now with Steam Workshop integration, which is a really exciting feature. And once you actually finish the main game, you see here I have all the levels finished. You continue on and look at this. This is a brand new screen to the game. You can see right here we have the jukebox. I'm sorry, the Juke Bops. Real nice one, guys. And here we have the Steam Workshop page. So now you can subscribe to levels in Steam Workshop and play custom levels. I'm gonna play one for you now. Rose and Evan over at Bits and Bops asked me to showcase this for you guys. So I actually charted this level myself. Lock in. Hard to talk and play a rhythm game. But Rose and Evan over at Tempo Lab Games asked me to showcase this for you. And it is so cool to see the community making awesome custom levels with Bits and Bops. A little funky with the meet and tweet charting. I love flow worms. This level, this mini game. Oh, that was close. Yeah, that mini game is one of my favorites. So far, so good. So yeah, the music I chose for this level is from Ocean Mixtape, which is one of my favorite levels in the game. But here, I'm just choosing my own choice of mini games and just kind of mixing it up. What's also fun about making custom levels is you don't have to follow all the same rules that the main game does. You can get kind of crazy with it, you know, but use that power with responsibility, I guess. Or don't. Okay. At least I know I can play my own level. But how do we do? Amazing. So there you have it. Now you can play this custom mixtape for yourself. Just head over to this button at the Steam Workshop and begin subscribing to custom levels from the community. And of course, if you've yet to check out Bits and Bops, the full game is available on Steam along with the custom mixtape update. So go give the game a spin and I'll see you in the community.
Hi, this is Isra from Digital Sun, and here's a first look to Moonlighter 2's second major update during the early access, including new features, challenges, and cute companions. So let's dive in. First up, Expert Difficulty Mode. In this mode, stakes are higher as relics can be lost completely upon failure. So every decision matters more, and every run becomes a real risk-reward challenge. Our new perk path is Poison. It deals damage over time, with each stick increasing the damage of the next. But there's a catch. It has a short duration. If you fail to reapply it in time, the damage ramp resets to 0. Consistency and pressure are key. Now something cute. Bloblets are now collectible shop companions with unique effects. Some increase item value, while others affect sell prices. They bring both personality and mechanical utility to your shop management. Speaking of companions, meet the Blob Buddy. This new weapon is a floating friend that fires whenever you do. It deals rapid, low damage, making it the ideal tool for applying status effects like poison while you focus on movement. It's a cute nod and modern take on Moonlighter 1 familiars. That's only a part of what's coming in this new update. Everything you've seen is still work in progress, but we can't wait for your feedback. So let's keep building Moonlighter 2 together.
Alright, let's start.
That looks simple.
Yeah. No, wait.
Too bad.
See you later.
You should be careful there.
No! Okay, come.
No! No!
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gotcha.
No!
Oh, sorry.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah, let's go.
Nice. I think it's this one.
Bye.
Oh. Let's go.
Sayre Security Officer Michael Lawrence here, with my last report. When everything turned to shit, it happened fast. The facility turned against us. Security systems, power, all compromised. We adapted. I mean, these monsters are smart, but we were smarter. I abandoned my post. I ran, and I'm not goddamn proud of it, but there's something much, much worse in this facility than these goddamn dinosaurs. I just want this nightmare to end. I wish I was one of the lucky ones. It's coming. If you hear this, get out. Get out. Don't think, don't wish, just run. There's no hope left here.
In the fight. If you get a shot, then you better not miss. Because I'm coming for you, better watch your six. If you get a shot, then you better not miss. Because I'm coming for you, better watch your six. Better run.
I'm Meredith Graham, lead developer at 3Bs. Perfect Tide Station to Station is a narrative adventure set in the year 2003. You play as Mara, an 18-year-old college freshman with big dreams of becoming a writer. She's left her island home of Perfect Tides, and the big city and all of its possibilities lay before her. But her ambitions are complicated by the many challenges, experiences, and personal relationships that life is about to throw at her. Mara's quest to be loved is just as significant as her desire to be heard, and the two goals will often butt up against each other in interesting and hilarious ways. The life she lives is going to inform her writing and vice versa. So prepare yourself for a deep and personal story about coming into adulthood, finding your place in the world, and surviving an age that many of us would be both horrified and dazzled to look back on. Point-and-click adventures aren't always inherently controller-friendly, and that's why I've partnered with my friends at ClickPulp to add enhanced controller support and a streamlined user interface. Perfect Tide Station to Station is already out on PC and Mac, and I'm happy to announce that on May 14th, 2026, it's coming to Nintendo Switch.
World premiere.
Oh, hello. Made it to the end, did you? Good for you.